Hello everybody, it's me, KrystalPaigeSky, and I've got a weird voice. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. And I'm here with more Q&A action. Woo! Alright, let's just jump right in. No need for introductions or anything. You guys hopefully know what's going on by now. If you don't, go watch part 1. This is part 3, right? I think it's part 3. I'm pretty sure it's part 3. Anyway, this one I'm going to be winging it a little more because I used to go over all of the questions and like write down notes kind of what I would answer to them, but now I'm like, why bother putting all that effort? And now I'm just going to kind of winging it. Did that even make sense? Oh, never mind. I'm kind of winging it this part, so hopefully I don't give sucky answers. Okay, so first up, we have LeaveItToErik asking, what video game character are you most alike and why? Okay, this was a really, really hard question. I seriously spent an entire day thinking about this one. I was like stumped because, I mean, there's a lot of video games that I know about, so I was trying to go through like all of the characters, right? And then I was thinking, well, what if there's like a character that's most like me from a game that I don't know? And then what do I do? But anyway, so after a lot of thought, I think I've come up with a pretty close answer. And it is Pascal from Tales of Graces, or Tales of Graces F. They're both the same game. I've never played this game, but here, I'll read you some stuff from our wiki page, and I'll let you guys decide if we're alike or not. Okay, I'm not just putting this out here. I'm not saying I'm a super genius like Pascal is, because Pascal is a super, like, she's like really smart. She's like a genius technician or something, and I'm not. But her personality, I don't know. Here, I'll read it to you. It says, she is friendly and cheerful, always being curious and not worrying too much about things. Ah, that's me. I'm always asking questions. My friends get mad at me for asking questions. It says, Pascal usually tries to raise the spirits of others, making her the mood maker of the group. She has problems reading the atmosphere and situation and just speaks out what comes to mind, sometimes making others surprised at her actions. That's pretty much me right there. Like, oh gosh, once, my friend, oh, it's so terrible, my friend had just, like, broken up with her boyfriend or something, and I didn't know, and I didn't quite read the atmosphere that she was, like, had just been sobbing, and I promptly, like, started talking about, like, oh gosh, what was I talking about? It was, like, really bad. Like, I was just like, oh, la-di-da, I'm gonna talk about this now, and la-la-la-la, I'm not gonna even think about this. But yeah, I think Pascal and I, out of all the game characters that I know, I think we are probably most alike. And, here, let me look at her page a little more, see if there's anything else. Sorry, I'm getting over strep throat. I took some of your guys' advice, and I, am now getting over it. So happy. Woohoo! Anyway, oh, she says, being a person who puts a lot of effort into her research ever since she was a child, she can lose sight of what's going on around her when she is absorbed in her work. Okay, I'm not much of a research person. I think my phone's going off, but it's not in here, so hopefully you can't hear it. But when I'm passionate about something and I get really into it, I can kind of, lose sight of the big picture and stuff like that. Anyway, I think I've spent enough time on that question. I hope that was a good enough question for you. I want to play that game so bad, but the one that they're releasing in English is on the PS3, and I don't have a PS3. Ugh! Sorry if I'm, like, blasting out your eardrums. My coughs. Please excuse me. Okay, komjj. Yeah, however you say your name, asked quite a few questions. I'm going to try and answer them all. First one is, if you got arrested, who would you call and how would they react? Okay, I'll answer this in two ways. What the heck, my voice. I should get some water or something. Alrighty, I'm back from getting something to drink, but I actually didn't get water. I got apple juice, because I'm kind of obsessed with apple juice. Ugh, my voice! I'm sorry. Oh, hi, Ruby. Okay, my dog just walked in. Just a minute. I'm gonna drink some more of my apple juice. That was really loud, sorry. Alright, let's see. Who would I call and how would they react? I was thinking about this when I got my apple juice. I guess if I got arrested, I mean, I would call my parents, I suppose, because, I mean, that's the most logical idea of who to call. And I guess, I don't know, they'd probably be, like, disappointed. They'd be like, oh, come on. Really? Because I'm like, you know, the one who does everything right. Oh, well, it's actually not that bad. But anyway, yeah, I think that's how they would react. But if I was allowed to call anyone, fictional or non-fictional, oh, don't even get me started on that. I'm gonna be ranting about calling Samus or calling Ridley for hours. I'd probably call Ridley, because be like, oh, gosh, dang it! Ridley, I got arrested! Please eat the policeman for me! And then Ridley would be like, alright! And then come on down and be like, rawr! Screech, screech, meh! And then the policeman would be like, oh no, crap, run! And then I'd be like, oh yes, sweet, thanks Ridley, now can we go fly around? And then you'd be like, sweet, let's go fly around! Yeah, okay, I'm a nerd. Moving on! Next question is, what do you really look like? Okay. I'm not telling you. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm not showing you what I really look like, but if you really want to know, I can describe to you, I guess. I'll give you a quick overview of what I look like generally in words, because I'm so nice. I'm 5'2". Yes, I'm a shorty. Yeah. I'm 114 pounds. I'm so amazingly fit. I take dance. No, I'm not that fit. No. Give me something heavier than 35 pounds and I'm like, no, I can't pick it up. I have hair that can't decide if it wants to be blonde or brown, so it's so frustrating. I'm like, well, am I a brunette or am I a blonde? And then it also has some red in it. It's like auburny, kind of, so my hair can't decide if it wants to be auburn, blonde, or brown. It's so annoying, but it's cool. And it also, it's like at my shoulder, I guess, and it's kind of curly, but it can't decide if it wants to be curly or straight either, so it's like half straight, half curly. Anyway, enough about that. And my eyes, they change colors. No, I'm serious. Like, in really bright light, my eyes go green, but in dark light, they go brown. So I have hazel eyes, but you know, they change colors. I guess that's how hazel eyes are. Alright, yeah. And I can flare my nostrils. That's not really what I look like, but that has nothing to do with what I look like. But I just thought I would put that out there. I'm really cool. I can flare my nostrils like I'm a dragon. Rawr. Fear me. Next question from I'm not going to even try saying your name anymore. Is, have you been to Hershey Park? Short answer, no. I don't even know what you're talking about. Sorry. Next question is, have you been to a theme park besides Hershey? I have been to theme parks. I'm not quite sure if Hershey Park is if it's like a certain type of theme park. Maybe I should have looked this up before. But, I've been to, you know, like Disneyland, and, been to this place called Soak City, been to SeaWorld, I went to Legoland once. Where else have I been? I've been other places. I just can't really remember right now. Anyway, the next question from, I'm not going to even say your name anymore, is, do you speak any other languages? As the last video probably displayed, I can speak some very minimal Spanish. Yeah, I could probably go there and I would understand about 20% of what the people are saying. I would recognize 20% of the words that people were saying, but I wouldn't be able to place what they meant, if that makes any sense. So I can't speak any other languages fluently. I would love to speak other languages fluently. I have a friend who speaks Japanese, and she's going to teach me. And my parents speak Afrikaans, and I still want to learn that, but they're like, Afrikaans is a terrible language. Which, alright, never mind. No history lesson for you guys. I'm going to skip you this history lesson. Next question is, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Well, I really like Klondike bars. But I wouldn't destroy the world for a Klondike bar. This is a hard question. I don't know. I would no. Okay, I was gonna say I would kill one of my my video game husband/wives for Klondike bar, but no, because it's possible to kill Tally and Rebecca in those games, and no. Oh, and it's possible to kill Mont Blanc. Sorry, I call him Mont Blanc again. Mont Blanc. It's possible to kill him too. So no, I would not kill them for a Klondike bar. But what would I do for a Klondike bar? I should have taken notes on this before. I should have thought about it. This is why winging it is a bad idea. Klondike bar. I would go on a ride that I would normally not want to go on. I'm not a very super intense theme park rider. I don't know if you guys have been to what is that place called? Disneyland. That's what it's called. The most intense ride there that I like, I love it actually, is Space Mountain. But anything above Space Mountain, I'm not happy. Knott's Berry Farm, all of the rides there, pretty much no. But for Klondike bar, maybe I would go on one. Maybe. If it was a really yummy Klondike bar and it was perfect. I like my ice cream. Anyway. Next question is, what's the worst thing to ever happen to you? The worst thing to ever happen to me. Ever. Oh, snap. It's like such a long time. I've lived for such a long time. No, I haven't. Okay. Still a lot of stuff, though. I'd have to say recently, within the last month, would be that I got strep throat. That really sucked. That was... But, all in all... I'd have to say... Maybe... Okay, well, that's way too personal. Sorry, I was, going through stuff in my mind. Maybe, I don't know how to say this without making it seem like it's really bad. Maybe I would have to say that probably the worst thing that's happened to me ever is, whatchamacallit, my friend Ryan being killed. That was pretty bad. But it's not just the fact that he was killed, it was the fact that, the people who hit him with the car didn't try to help him. That's probably the worst part of it. I don't know if that really counts as happening to me, because he was the one who died. I didn't die, but that was probably a really bad thing. Okay, moving on to happier subjects. What's the best thing to ever happen to you? Oh, come on. Another hard one. Best thing to ever happen to me. I discovered Samus Aran. No. Actually, that could be it. I was looking around a long time ago on YouTube. I still remember it to this day. It was around Christmas. 2 years ago now. No, 1.5 years ago. And I was looking around on YouTube for remixes of Daft Punk's popular song Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, and I stumbled across one that was really obscure, and it was after I had watched quite a few other more popular ones, and it had video game clips in it, and in one of them Samus was in it, and she looked like a female Jedi. It was from it was clips from Monty Ohm's Haloid, and if you haven't seen that, go search it now. I love it. But and she kind of looked like a Jedi because her paralyzer looked like a a lightsaber, and then someone was like, "Oh no, that is Samus Aran," and I was like, "What the heck? That armored guy from Super Smash Brothers?" I know. Shame. I just face palmed myself. No, that's probably that's the best thing to happen to me, as in gaming. Best thing to happen to me, period. Well, I've never really, best thing as in, like, I haven't had a boyfriend or anything, like, girlfriend or anything like that. Yeah, that's, no. I suppose, I don't know. It's really weird. I'm gonna just skip this question because I've spent a really long time on it and I haven't really answered. Oh no, actually I do have something that's really awesome. I met my long-lost sister, online, and we are totally sisters. I don't care what you guys say. But yeah, she's really awesome, and I'm so glad that we met. But, so yeah, I suppose that's a good thing that happened. That was really awesome, because I was going through some really hard times, and it was great. Anyway, okay, that was really long. Alright, next question. How ironic. It's, do you have any siblings? Okay, well, there's the aforementioned long-lost sister, who, I don't care what you guys say, she is my sister. Rah! And then there's my little brother, who's been co-commentating in some of my Metroid videos. And that's it. Yeah. Well, okay. Not biologically, because I was adopted, and I know my birth parents, and so, I also know their kids, and they're my half-siblings, so if you really want to be technical, I have a lot of siblings. I have, 6, and they're all younger than me. Great. I'm the oldest. Anyway, moving on. Last question from, I can't say your name, is, have you seen any of the Transformers movies? Yes, I have, actually. I just saw the 3rd one, like, 2 days ago. It was amazing. I almost cried when, spoiler, 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 died. My gosh. I'm gonna get sad all over again. I don't know if you guys are interested in the Transformers movies, so that's why I said spoiler, because I don't know if you guys would want to know that. But, I love the Transformers movies. They're freaking awesome. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Shia LaBeouf. I don't really like him. And I don't really like the other chick, Megan Fox. I don't like her. But I like the new chick who is in Transformers 3. She was cool. But, she wasn't my favorite. But I like it for the action and the fact that they're freaking robots that are, like, badass. And they're aliens, too. It's, like, everything. Woo! Sci-fi meets apocalypse meets robots, I guess. Robots aren't my favorite, but, it's cool. Alright, that would be a cue for more apple juice. Alright, and the next person is Kanon16. Hello, Kanon16. What's up? This is gonna be a long video, but I don't care! I'm trying to rush through these. I'm sorry. I have a lot of questions. I want to answer every single one of them. Oh, I just got an email. I don't know if you heard that sound, but anyway. Kanon's first question is, will you marry me? If not, would you marry me if I was Samus? Okay. I've never gotten a proposal over the internet, so I'm sorry, Kanon, but I like you and all, but I'm gonna have to say no because, we weren't even, no, okay, never mind. I don't think there's anything between us. If there was, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But if you were Samus, and if you positively were Samus, like you weren't just dressing up as Samus, you were actually Samus, well then of course I would marry you if you were Samus. But, yeah, you would have to really be Samus. You would have to, you know, have the power suit and everything. I'm such a weirdo. Oh, gosh. And the next one from Kenon is, what is your least favorite Metroid game you've played? Least favorite, the one on the DS, Hunters. I just wasn't really a fan of that one. Like, the controls are kind of hard, and I've never been one that really liked the whole touchscreen. Like, the touchscreen is cool, but I don't know. I didn't really like that one, because, I don't know, Metroid games for me, even though Fusion and stuff were amazing, I feel like Metroid games are much better if they're on, like, a TV console. Anyway, moving on to the next question is, why did you start doing the Tomb Raider as a blind LP, and what made you want to? My friend Savannah, one day, I went over to her house. We were going to watch The Matrix. And when I got there, she had a big pile of GameCube games for me. And she was like, hey, I don't really want these games anymore. And I was wondering if you would want them. And I was looking through them, and I was like, hey, I've never played Tomb Raider. And she's like, oh, I was thinking about games that you like. And I just thought you maybe would like Tomb Raider, so maybe you should check it out. And I was like, cool. And then she's like, yeah, but it's kind of a short game. And, yeah. And I was like, oh, well, that's cool. And then I was like, short? Maybe I could do a blind LP of it, because it would be cool to do a blind LP of it. And since, you know, I don't know, it kind of strikes me as a game that I wouldn't want to play multiple times. So I was like, well, I'm going to play it once, and why not record it while I play it? So then I can just play it once. Because I don't know. I mean, I like Tomb Raider. It's cool and all, but it's a game that I like to play once. Alright, moving on to the next question is, what is your favorite LP that you have seen recently? Oh, this is hard. Alright, I really liked Prince Boo 21's Tales of the Abyss. That one's kind of recent, right? Alright. I liked that. That was just, the commentary was great. He, you know, and the game was amazing. I never knew about those Tales games before, and he just introduced me to them, and I was like, oh my gosh, so amazing. And, yeah, so I liked Tales of the Abyss. I also really liked, oh no, I'm being attacked by a box. Okay, sorry. I also really liked Jammer 1031's, Super Meat Boy Let's Play, because it was just so funny to see the rage that game could induce in Jammer 1031, who's, you know, a pretty chill guy, you know, like, he doesn't rage too much, but he would get so mad at this game, and it was just, his editing of it was also quite hilarious. Like, I think there was one episode where he failed so many times so that he just would cut to random parts where he said random words, so it was like, burrito, morning, sunrise, breakfast, zebra, horses, crap. And it was just like, you know, oh gosh, yeah, I don't know. So, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Jammer 1031. No, just kidding. If I know you aren't really into that game anymore, so I won't bother you. Anyway, next one. What is your favorite LP that you are doing / have done? Ooh, it's between Metroid and Okami, because, I don't know, well, yeah. Sometimes with Tomb Raider I can get a bit frustrated, because I'll die. Oh my gosh, I got another email. I hope you guys didn't hear that. My computer makes a little noise when I get emails, but, I don't know. I'd have to probably say Okami, because Metroid was my first one, and, you know, I was still learning the ropes of how to Let's Play, and I was still, you know, getting a sense of my commentary style, and with Tomb Raider, it's a blind LP, so it's not my best playing, so I'd have to say Okami. And, next question is, what do you prefer to be called, Crystal, Paige, or Sky? I like all of them. whenever I'm messaging someone, I tend to say sign my name as Sky. I kind of like Sky because it's sharp, and it's short. I don't know. I like all of them, you know, Crystal, Paige, and Sky, because they each kind of hold a meaning for me. They each have a story, which is why I picked Crystal, Paige, and Sky. Anyway, but whenever I'm like messaging someone or something, I'll write down Sky, maybe just because it's the shortest. I don't know. That's really not a good answer, is it? I don't know. People tend to call me Crystal or Sky. People don't really tend to call me the Paige part, but oh well. Last question from Kanon is, what hidden talents do you have? Hidden talents. Okay. Uh, well, I play guitar, I guess, but, you know, not amazingly. I play guitar. I'm also a writer, and, you know, sometimes I think I'm a pretty damn good writer. I like to write stories, and one day I hope to publish some stories. That would be amazing. But, yeah, I have an overactive imagination, so, you know, I like writing. I don't know if that's really a talent. I can kind of draw. People have said that I'm a good drawer, but, you know, all artists don't really like their work, so I think it's crap. But, you know, yeah. So that's all those questions. Okay, I'm like debating if I should go on to another one. I'll check my email while I decide.